Today what we're going to do is we're going to end up with an image that is a reflection of itself. So my original image looks like this, and we're going to have it looking like a butterfly effect. This is for our 1-point perspective Photoshop landscape, so we want it to have an unreal quality about it. Okay, so how do we do it? So I've got my original image in Photoshop, and what I've done is I always make a copy of my original, okay? And we always make sure that one has a lock on it so that I can always come back to it if I ever have a problem. All right, you'll notice that I've got the original layer selected. I want to go onto original one. Okay, so I've got my layer here. I can move it with my move tool, and remember our toolbar is found in our Windows palette. Okay, so I'm now going to create a copy of one side of my image. So I've gone Command R to get my rulers up, and I'm going to drag out a guide. Now that's going to be at the halfway point, and I can see roughly how big my image is. It's at 1600 mil. Okay, so just a bit beyond 800. Okay, so I think this side's a bit more interesting, so I'm going to get rid of this one here, and I select my marquee, my rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to just go delete. I'm going to just click and try and delete a few more sections there. If I zoom in, you can see what I'm trying to do there, and I'm going to get rid of that section there. Okay, Command Z to move out, and Command D to deselect. All right, you can see our original thumbnail there. It's half of what it is. Okay, back to my move tool in my toolbar, and I click on, make sure I'm on original one, and I'll go Command C, new layer on top, Command V. Okay, and you'll see that I have my a copy of that original there. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. We want to transform that now. So remember, girls, from our lessons in class, Command T, and that gets up our transform tool. And on my keyboard, I hold the Control key down while I'm in this menu. And remember, if I try and do anything in the Command T menu, nothing really will work. So I want to go Control key click, and I'll go flip horizontal. Okay, and so what that does is that flips the object, and I can make my layers, I can make my image look like it is a symmetrical version of itself. Okay, we must always go enter, and you'll notice the bounding box goes out. I'm going to move my guide away, and I'm going to merge my visible layers. Okay, so my visible layers are original one and original. Okay, and remember, we've always got our copy there. So all we do is we go layers, we go merge visible, and have a look what happens to the thumbnail there. Okay, so I zoom in there. Try and do that today, girls, and load that into Google Slides, and I'd love to see your images that you get, remembering that if your landscape, and it would really be fantastic if it's your own landscape, if your landscape, you've got something above the horizon line, I should be able to see underneath it. So when you're taking your photographs, your objects should be underneath. And then if something is below the horizon line, you'll see the top of it. It's going to have an element of being unreal about it, and we're going to construct our landscape. It's kind of a surrealist sort of piece using our 1-point perspective. All right, girls, give that a go, and I look forward to seeing your work shortly.